George, Ryan, Don,
Marcus Peters ready to get loaded.
Greg,
Pause.
back in the building.
This is the greatest month of the entire year.
Why?
October is the greatest month because you have basketball starting, you have baseball playoffs,
My birthday.
you have the NFL, you have George's birthday, you have Halloween, which means you can watch Nightmare Before Christmas, which is the greatest movie of all time.
I watch that now.
October is the greatest month in sports. There's no doubt about it. It's long been that way.
And hoodies season is right around the corner.
I believe in hoodie
For
season.
Phoenix, Arizona.
I believe in hoodie season, crew necks, and right around the corner of the stretch for Arizona.
I was gonna say right now.
We're 3 weeks away from hoodie season.
I hope so.
No, we're about 2 months away from hoodie season.
3 weeks.
Last time
like
it didn't get
Halloween
cold.
is the
Halloween
cutoff.
night is the
Normally
beginning of
Halloween
hoodie
is the
season.
cutoff.
Last week Halloween it was 99. Last Halloween. I was
Halloween
like,
is
doesn't
the
get cold
beginning
anymore.
of hoodie season.
The
think-
beginning
I
of
think
hoodie
that's-
season now is Black Friday.
I think that's fake news.
that's
That's
Black
fake news.
Friday.
Nah. Thanksgiving morning is hella cold.
Not this time. I wore shorts.
Oh, no.
It
I
went,
never
it
wear
went from
shorts.
hella
When I went
cold
out-
to cold.
When I went out, hella cold to cold. When I went out to play in Turkey Bowl last year, I was bundled up.
Everybody, weekend's good.
Yeah.
Sir.
Nothing crazy. Nothing
I
new.
was about to say we had a weekend in between this and the last show. I forgot we do it once a week.
Jeez, we're doing top 10 sneakers we've never owned before.
They probably won't.
Probably won't own.
Probably
That's what
won't,
it is.
yeah.
Probably.
Probably won't.
Yeah, we'll never own. That's what he said.
Unobtainable.
We'll never own.
Not unattainable, but either you wouldn't pay for it or
Yeah, basically that's it.
you can
wouldn't pay for it.
obtain
Not necessarily.
anything.
Half is unobtainable
That
to me.
you said the list to be sneakers you will never own.
Yeah, but that means like I like it, but I'd never cop it.
You know,
I
I
looked
guess
at
it
it
all
different.
comes down to what would you do for the kicks.
Well, I know what number one on your list better be. So you might think that you're gonna buy it at some point, but you're never gonna buy it because you had a lot of chances.
I need to get my list together. I got my sneakers, but I don't even got the list built. Jeez.
Yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Anybody pick up anything this week?
I surprisingly picked up those 11 lows, the red IEs, the white and reds that dropped a couple weeks ago.
Why?
Oh, okay.
They're on Swoosh and they're actually surprisingly nice. I happened to be in Scottsdale, checked them out, so picked them up. They're surprisingly nice. I like them.
What was that again?
The IE, the red.
The IE red,
Oh.
yeah, white and red low. I mean,
Not for me.
$100. Why
I
not?
think Cobalt's the only IE that's worth buying. Now.
Wait, which one's Cobalt? The gray ones? Yeah, I got the gray ones. But the black ones, no, the black
I
ones.
was
The
gonna say
black
black
ones
ones
are
are
alright,
nice.
too.
These white and red ones surprisingly are nice.
The black ones are good if they have the gray colorway, like the gray cement.
I thought the referee one, whatever,
bad.
was okay.
That was alright,
It
yeah.
looked like Concord type things or whatever. What comes out this week? Anything? Or did I pick up anything? My bad. I didn't get nothing.
I bought the Ronnie Feig, but I already sold them. So even though they haven't even come to my house yet,
Which ones you got? The
Up-tempo?
red
the
ones?
red one,
The
Oh, you were able to get through?
it was easy.
the red ones wasn't
You didn't even try for
hard.
For
I only
gray.
tried for purple.
I didn't
Yeah,
try for the
okay.
purple because
I
I
tried
figured
purple.
who the fuck's gonna want to wear purple, red and black with the Scottie Pippen being on the Bulls. would
You
sell better.
didn't even. It was easy for you. You didn't even try for Greg. You knew how bad
The
you wanted.
purples
You're selfish.
flew off.
Well, I always assume that if I'm able to get through him with the fastest internet in history of America,
That's
would be able
true.
to get
Your
through.
internet let you
So-
down.
Yeah, but we was at work though.
Your internet let you down.
Oh yeah, I don't need you to
Oh,
copy me the
Fridays.
Yeezys now. Unfortunately,
Which Yeezys?
sad story.
Wait,
What
which,
When I
Yeezys?
told you to the next release or whatever, I need you to copy me.
Oh.
Yeezys.
Oh, I
why?
need you to copy me those Yeezys.
which ones?
What, the Beluga 2.0?
To me, it didn't matter. Whatever color was
I
available.
don't want
but
those.
Yeah, I want the blue too.
I only
I'm
want
gonna
the
need your
yellow
help.
ones.
I'm gonna need your help.
When do they come out?
You can paint the ones.
December,
yeah,
right?
yellow.
No, November. I don't. It has to be for Black Friday.
I mean, you can literally take the ones you have and paint them yellow, and that's the same shoe.
No,
There
it's not.
has to be one for Black Friday.
Yes, it is.
Why
thought
can't
it was
I just
December,
buy
but I
them
could
made
be wrong.
yellow? Why do I gotta do
You
that?
can. You can do whatever you want, but I'm saying you can save money by just painting the ones you already have.
Gosh, man, this week was a little weird. Stupid Vegas stuff happening. That was crazy. That was nuts.
Yeah.
I was depressed. I'm telling you, man. George, you need to hurry up and build that Supreme rocket because we gotta go. All right,
Off
time.
Earth.
we gotta get off Earth. Bro.
At least to Ireland.
It's out of control.
You got to at least get to Ireland.
Like
It's a Supreme rocket.
you gotta finish that Supreme rocket so we can get out of here.
It's
all
nuts,
right. But
The
man,
world is a fucked up place.
say what?
The world is a fucked up place.
It's changing quick. Bro. Man, I'm trying to think. What else? Anything coming out this week?
I don't know.
But everybody pray for Vegas. Donate money. Donate blood. Do whatever you can.
Condolences to all the family out there. that
Yeah.
lost.
Blood is
crazy,
probably.
though.
I mean, it
Definitely
might
condolences.
sound dumb to say, but blood is probably more important than money is. I guess you can. I don't know if you can you buy blood with money. I don't know.
You can buy anything with the
You can buy- is that what
In
it is?
Vegas, you
buy
can.
anything.
That's a one
It's all out.
Blood
fact.
on
in
deck.
Vegas. It's probably
what
hard
comes
to
out
find
this
clean
week?
blood in Vegas too. You know,
What does come out this week?
Oh, tomorrow, Pippins.
I said the other
Keith
Pippins.
Pippins.
Yeah,
the
the
Animal Prince.
Yeah, and
most
the black
important
ones.
one out of the pack.
Y'all copping?
I might
I'ma try to.
cop the Animal
Both or
Prince.
just the animal one?
Just the animal joint.
I might try to cop
To keep or to sell?
those.
I like them personally from me. I don't know how I'd wear
I
it,
don't think
but
I could wear them. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how I could wear it, but I want to wear it.
I kind of ordered the kit thing just so I could get it in and see what the packaging looked like because the packaging looks dope. And then I knew that I would sell it because there's no way I'm wearing that. I don't even wear the stuff I currently own. So, bruh,
This stuff is too close to me.
Stop moving around.
look how close I am to this camera?
Greg's
Well,
always
that's it.
moving around.
Episode over.
Doesn't he?
Start it again.
Man, bro.
Did you look at it?
Yeah, it's good.
Top of Symbol's head is the only thing that's
Nah, it's
shot.
good. I'm definitely gonna try
The Animal Prince.
both.
I thought you just said anal prints.
Nah, I'm definitely
Pause.
gonna try. I'm
Definitely
gonna
not
try for
trying
both.
that.
Hell no.
Spread that peach.
What I'm excited about today is
He's hella trying
A little
that.
bit.
It went from hella trying to not trying
Just
at all.
kind of trying.
I'm excited about today's episode a little bit. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff, kinda. First, I mean, honestly, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying not to be angry. You know, I don't know if Ryan's gonna say anything about it, but that with Kai stuff, I don't like talking about him. Contrary to what people believe, I don't like talking about him anymore.
Here's the only thing that bothers me is that because I listened to the little segment on Sneaker Box podcast where he mentioned us,
He didn't mention us. So.
well
He
where
said the irrelevant podcast.
Yeah, he mentioned us as the irrelevant podcast, which is fine. But then he went on to say he hates when people take one thing that somebody does and says that that's all they do, which is exactly what he did when mentioning us. He took a 4-minute discussion we had about him shooting money on children when
Just
we
sounds
have
crazy.
79 episodes of content. And in those 79 episodes, several times, each one of us has given him praise for his editing, for the fact that his vlogs started a new direction for vlogging, that his vlogs are entertaining. Yes, some of the stuff he does is corny. Like, there's a lot of people that do corny shit that still have entertaining vlogs. Like, I don't think all Tony's stuff is corny, but the stuff that he does that's corny is corny. Like, I mean, so if
I haven't watched any kind of vlog in probably like 2 months.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean,
watched any of
I
it.
haven't either.
Not because I'm like protesting or whatever. Just not interested anymore.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
care.
it's I don't know. So, and to say that, and then he went in on somebody because they were pissed off at him about the basketball game that he started and how he wasn't invited, and he was saying like how childish that was, that he blew him up and didn't like try to contact him or whatever the case may be.
Wait,
And
what
it's-
happened? Expound on that. He set something up and then didn't even get to play?
No.
Because that's funny to me.
No. So they were doing it, I think, in Atlanta, and somebody in Atlanta was like a vlogger in Atlanta or something was like, hey, like, he made a video saying how unhappy he was that Kais set up the basketball game in Atlanta and didn't invite him to play in it. And Kais was like, well, that's, blah, 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 complaining about that is stupid. After, like, weeks after he complained
Right.
and cried about not being invited to Nike shit. And saying like, if you're a man, like hit me up man to man, blah, 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 whatever. Like, you didn't hit us up. You're talking shit about us. You don't hit us up.
Yeah, but everyone's a
And-
hypocrite. That's just
Yeah.
reality.
So, I mean, like.
He's a
if-
geek and a nerd, period. I don't care what anyone says. I'm for the people. He's for the kids.
If people
End of
want,
story.
well, that's what he said. He likes the kids. He's the Michael Jackson of vlogging.
See,
I think it's kind of funny how he tried to clean it up too. He's like, "You guys said all I did was shoot money at kids, not knowing that I wrote hype beast on it." I'm like, "Fam, I don't care what you wrote on it. You still shot money at kids. That's still hella lame."
You could draw dicks on it. I don't give a
he
shit.
didn't mention signing foreheads. Like, I know people think that's like this is. Okay,
He said
this,
all we do is sit here and spew hate, which is bullshit. We don't.
this
do
is
that.
the problem that I have with it because first of all, I feel like every 15 episodes we have to reiterate the show, what it's about. The show started from a text message thread. Facts. Like, if George Ryan would text like, man, you see this corny stuff? You know what? We talk about this with each other. We talk about it here. Like, I'm gonna tell a podcast secret, all right? 100% is content. 80% of the content is from everybody in the world. 20% of the stuff we came up with. Sneaker draft. We say the name of a jersey, each episode number. We do, what else we done? We done sneaker draft. We done that. Hall of Flames.
Hall of Flames, yeah.
Stuff like that. We came up
Top
with
10?
top 10 lists every single week, sneakers related, if not something culture related. Every single week. Not saying we made up that, but we stay consistent with it. How we shoot, our camera, graphics, everything we do. That's the
Other
original.
sneaker podcasts weren't doing stuff like that. Like
Nobody was doing it.
I mean, other podcasts may have been doing top tens of like whatever movies,
Whatever.
celebrities, whatever, but not sneaker related.
And the thing is, I'm sorry. I consider us the best sneaker podcast that there is, period. And I hope that they feel
I mean, it's not
the
even a
same
sneaker
way.
podcast. I understand what you're saying, but that's too narrow a focus.
You know what I mean? Our
Yes.
focus is sneakers, but we touch on everything when we can.
Yes.
I hope other podcasts feel that. All of us. I mean, Don, Jay, and Shanghai, I feel like all of us are a part of the podcast. Like, this ain't easy. It's not free. It comes. We don't make any money off of this.
We
Like,
pay money. We actually pay money to be
do this
here.
for free for other people.
Yes.
So I'm just like, I think it's annoying how, and I wasn't gonna talk about this, but no joke, cats I've never even talked to before. Shout out to John King. I think this is his real name, Black Orlando Disney. He's the one that tagged me first. You know, home edits.
I know what
always-
you're talking about,
yeah.
but I don't know his name. I know
He's
exactly
the
what you're talking
one-
about because his IG
Yeah.
is always full of pictures.
He's the one that tagged us on this, and I'm just like, I mean, bro, we even make our own memes like for IG. Everything I post on IG is original. Like, we don't make up stuff. Like, and I'm thinking to myself, like, he gets on there and he says stuff like, talk about like, oh, you know, you won't say it, I won't mention that podcast name or they're irrelevant or whatever. And then he talks about, you know, they say stuff, they won't say it to our face or say it to our. I'm like, bruh, yes, I would. I'm not gonna go to you and just be like, hey, man, you think you're corny, but I would say anything to anybody's face. It's not, and if anybody loses their mind or they're that offended or angry, you're corny too. Like, I don't care. And I'm not, and this is the thing, you can't say you wanted anything said to your face, but then you don't tag us when you talk about
Yeah.
us. You don't even mention our name. He's been on a few other things, I guess. People were like, oh yeah, did you hear him say what he said to you on the vlog? I was like, no. Like, I guess he's talked about us on the vlog, like called us the underground somebody, and I don't know. But he won't say our name, but he's like, we won't say it to his face. Bruh, I don't got no problem with that nerd.
See, here's the thing. This, I think, in so many words, what you're saying is we don't make things up. We're not
We're
like
not making
we're not a
anything up.
show like a hot take show where you just like make stuff up and try to fit it in your narrative or whatever. We talk about stuff that happens in real life and give our opinion on it. So if you're putting that kind of stuff out there on the internet for people to see and doing those kind of things, people are going to talk about it.
At some
That's how
point,
things work.
yeah.
I don't understand why it drives all these other podcast shows, all these other sneaker people so crazy that we say how we feel. Now, maybe George hasn't, because I know George will be like, I never have. But me, Ryan, Don, we've all done some corny stuff with sneakers before, all right? Let's be honest, all right? Don't look at me like that, Ryan. Ryan's all right. We've all done something corny, all right? I remember specifically you standing in front of Nike Light Work with that picture of
Hey.
LeBron.
A long time ago. That was a different.
Light
I was
work,
young
fam.
then. I was 29.
Yes.
That was in my 20s.
Light work.
With a
completely different
shoe
person
that
now.
completely sucks.
And like the same thing like George said, like I told my 18-year-old son when he was younger, I said, bro, once you put it on the internet, it's no longer yours. It's ours now, okay? It's everybody's. And I'm a little...
We're not even making fun of people, though. We're just saying what they've done to make fun of themselves. That's it.
I don't get it. I don't understand. Like I said, shout out to the homie John King. I think that's his name. He's probably like, that's not my name. He tagged me and put me onto it. But then, no joke, today, 6-7 other people like, bro, did you guys hear this? Did you guys hear? I'm like, so the Sneaker Box podcast, which will say their names. I don't care if anybody listens to them. Monday Midsole, all of them. There's like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 other sneaker shows now.
Sneaker Files.
Sneaker Files, Talking Sneaks, Brandon Rogers, IG Live. Like, I don't care. Like,
Crew
and
Talk.
It's fine.
Crew
Crew
Talk.
Talk. Tony D podcast, Gloves Off. I don't care. Like, do your thing, whatever. I'm very disappointed though in Sneaker Box podcast. Ryan heard it and said that he didn't really think anything of it. But
I didn't. I mean, they didn't. I don't feel like they took any
I'm
shots at us.
disappointed. They didn't
don't
take
care if
shots.
people do.
They didn't. I don't care, but like I don't like to me. I feel disappointed in them. Like, they're at SneakerCon, and that's cool. Crep, whoever takes care of them to go to this stuff, I'm sure it's fun. You get away from your wife and kids and get drunk and party and do whatever you want. All these third, fourth Saturdays out of a month, whatever, all right? But I don't like where they're in a situation, which we said about Beardman from Urban Necessities, all these people. You start hanging around these people so much, you got to play along with it. I feel like they're almost made to play along with it.
Like a sellout?
I mean, they have no choice.
No, they don't.
They got Crep. They're knee deep in YouTubers there. Every single time they're at SneakerCon, they got to talk to Tony D, Bull, Kais, all the exact JC. They got to talk to the exact same people every single time they're at SneakerCon. I'm going to tell you something. I have no desire to go to SneakerCon to do a podcast show. I don't. It's too much work, and I don't see the benefit in it. It's not a beneficial thing to it. Now, out here, our local sneaker events, I'll be there. I'll do sneaker shows there. But actually putting stuff in a car, in a box, going somewhere, I don't get it. So, and I'm a little upset at, what's his name, Caesar Salad. Like, homeboy, when we did episode 11-8, he hit me up and said, yo, you guys represent the culture the way you want to represent it. Yo, if they don't like it, then they don't like it. We do that, and now it's like, bro, they're haters, bro. They hate, and they spew negativity. Bruh, I don't care about Kais.
I think Kai said that. I don't think Caesar said that.
One of them said something like, they build off getting on your name. They try to build a platform for themselves or something for themselves off their name. And he's like, yeah, whatever. They focus on my positives and not my negatives. Bruh, like Ryan said, we said his editing is good. The production of his videos are better than all the other nerds.
So if
I'll say 8% of his videos, they interesting. But if him, which he did, post a video of himself dressed like a woman, talking to another man about some supreme dick, it's now mine, and I'm going to post it. Like, I didn't do that. People will say, like, bro, you guys spend a lot of time on Kais. When we post I post something like that. I didn't make that video. If you make something like that about supreme dicks, I'm gonna post it. That's funny. It's corny and it's weird. Bro, you all right?
That video.
This side of the headphones doesn't work, and I keep on kicking these cords, and it goes on and off. I'm trying to find the
jumpstart. You're trying to jumpstart.
Yeah, I'm trying to jumpstart these headphones.
I thought you was having a seizure. I'm like,
okay.
But I don't care,
that
man.
supreme dick thing was gay.
It was out
See,
of
like right now, it's working.
When your average age,
was gay.
when your average age of your listener, viewer, follower
Is 10.
is 14 to 10 to 14, you can't be making videos of you dressed like a woman talking about, well, your dick ain't supreme. Like,
And he said on the Sneaker Box podcast that his target audience is children. He was like, that's my target audience. That's that's fine. And again, I'm not trying to like knock on the guy, but you can tell.
Yeah, we are.
No, I'm not. I'm not. But you can tell we had an interaction with him at Heated Soul Summit last year, and you could tell him talking to other grown people made him feel uncomfortable. And the entire day he was surrounded by children.
I don't care what he does. I don't care what any of them geeks do. If they post something ridiculous and corny, jumping in Kool-Aid, talking about dicks, doing weird stuff, I'm going to post it and laugh. And yes, it might benefit us, get followed. I don't care. You put that on there. I didn't do that. You're not going to find a video of us on the internet talking about supreme dicks and weird stuff like that. Like, I'm sorry. That's not our thing. If that's your thing, cool. The other podcast or show, the Monday Midsole.
What are you doing?
I've watched. Okay, let's put it this way. Every single sneaker show out there, I listen to it. I skim through every single one. I skim because I don't want nobody to ever accuse us of stealing opinions, content, or anything like that. I don't listen thoroughly. I skim something interesting, I might listen to it. Monday Midsole thing, and I let it slide that week, but I don't got a problem with any of them either. I like Buckeye City Soul.
I don't know who any of them are, so.
And One-Legged Lister seems like a cool guy. He's all right.
We had a long conversation after that episode. He's a good guy.
I don't know Molly Mall. I don't even know which one that is, and Polo to Don or whichever one. All right. The old man guy, I'm sorry, like, because somebody was like, yo, did y'all know they said something about you? And I said, let it slide. This is the thing. Somebody was like, yo, let it slide. He wasn't feeling right. He was drunk. He got some stuff going on in his life. Bruh, all we talked about was people laying sneakers on the ground and taking pictures of it was corny, and he got heated. All right,
Because he thought it was directed at, he took it personally.
And
thought
he
that we were
said-
talking about them directly.
he's a real OG, and when he see us in person, it's gonna get ugly. Like, bro,
See, that's the stuff. Like, that stuff
Bruh.
right there, like, because
I'm tagging everybody in this too.
that was irritating because you're sitting there saying
What are you
how
talking about?
we're hiding behind microphones. I never seen you in person, so
Never.
And I didn't even know who you were until you said that. But
Never.
if you want to say that it's gonna get, you don't know, like, just like I don't know you, you also don't know me,
Like-
or George, or Greg, or Rob Bass.
Say Bass.
I was about to say Bass, or Don Fisher.
Like,
Real.
and it's like,
So
and I'm just like, man, look, whatever you're going through, wake up in the morning, sit on the
Brush
edge
your
of the
teeth.
bed, take a deep breath,
Wash your face.
drink an Ensure, and go on, bro. Like, don't bother me with that nonsense.
take your vitamins.
All that stuff. I got messages like, yo, you guys are so messed up for laughing at OG Sneaks. I'm just like, talking about your kicks or whatever. What you gonna do for
I
your
like
kicks?
that song. Why are we messed up for?
Because they said we made fun of it and we laughed at it and we put it out there.
Because it was fucking hilarious.
What are you supposed to do with
But
that?
it
Laugh?
wasn't supposed to be funny.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
What do you mean it's not supposed to be funny?
It's not, bro.
Yes,
Well, I
it
mean-
is. It's supposed to be funny.
I mean, I don't
wasn't.
care if it's supposed to be funny or not.
It
I'm laughing at
wasn't.
funny
It's
stuff.
not supposed to be funny.
No.
That wasn't a joke.
No, it was a real challenge. He wasn't joking.
But he was laughing.
No, he didn't. He never laughed one time.
He did it to be funny.
No, he did not.
Well, the
He's-
song was fucking comedy.
He
it was
said
funny,
he
and
was
it was good. And
he
I
was
thought
hoping
it was.
to change the game. Okay, as facts. All right, that's what was said. All right.
That's not how you change the game.
I thought it was
No comment.
hilarious in a good way. I was not making fun. I thought it was hilarious in a good. I thought it was meant to be funny.
See, I think the thing that people don't understand is like every time you laugh at something, you're not necessarily making fun of it. I mean, I think that's the like issue that people have with comedians and comedy. Like, yeah, comedians push buttons, cross lines. That's what they're there to do. But I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen comedians get challenged on the things they say. They actually get upset about that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So like, I think people. I'm not going to say overall humanity is too sensitive, but with some of that stuff, like, it's not that big a deal. Get over it.
It's not.
People laughed at it. That's it.
It's not.
I was not laughing out of disrespect. I was laughing because I thought it was meant to be funny, and I thought it was
It was
hilarious
not a
in a
joke.
good way.
All right.
Like, I
No,
thought it
it
was
wasn't.
funny in a good way.
Oh, I was laughing at it. Okay. Like,
Well, no, I was laughing at it, but I
wasn't
thought I was laughing with him.
No, I was
I thought
laughing
he
at.
was like, haha, this is
I don't
funny.
care
I'm gonna
either
post
way.
this.
Yeah, it doesn't matter either way. It's just I don't. If you're gonna say something about us, tag us.
Here's the thing: if people are willing to put that kind of stuff on the internet, they can put their self on the internet rapping, or YouTube man can put themselves on the internet doing stuff like that, jumping in Kool-Aid. You have to be willing to accept criticism,
yes.
Oh, yeah.
for doing that. Period.
This is the
if you're
thing.
not, if you don't think anyone's going to criticize what you're doing, and you put your videos on the internet, you need to stop doing what you're doing.
This is what's funny is the fact that
People criticize me all day. I don't care. I don't even know about it.
Oh yeah, you guys don't even know a lot of stuff that people say about you. I don't even tell you guys.
But I'm not even talking about that.
Oh.
you like make you.
What do they say about George?
You
I
ma-
keep
you
it
make fun
all.
of me because I don't even listen to our own
What'd they
show
say
or
about
like
George?
watch our own show. I'll play the video so we get the like number up on my one play. But you know me, I don't listen to the whole thing all the way through. So if I'm not listening to
Giving
my
out
own
secrets.
show, you think I'm listening to someone else's show? I don't care.
I
What do they say about George?
mean, the main thing with George is like, they no joke. There's this one guy. He'll send the amount of times George doesn't say a word or looking at his phone. He was like,
That's a fact.
he sent this thing. It was like 37 seconds. 22 seconds.
Oh, he had it on like that.
That's
like
that.
That dude was funny.
That's
What do they say about me?
impressive.
What do they say about me?
Oh, I mean, they say the same. Okay, me, they say they were like, well, they do that
No,
now. as a
Rosillo's
joke
the only
because
one
we
who
did
cares about that.
But they were like, oh, Greg's opinions are just you look, man. I F with your show. Your show is great. I mean, your opinions are out of control sometimes out there, and you sound a little crazy sometimes. And I was like, you always sound angry. I'm like, I'm not angry. I'm not trying to be. Ryan, they say you sound like a crazy person sometimes.
Sometimes I do.
And they
Sometimes
were like,
I am a little fucking crazy.
But then a lot of times they're like asking like, what do we do for a living? They say George sometimes don't say anything. They'll say Don. They say Don.
Please feel free to
Don is
clown me,
solid.
'cause I don't
They say
care.
Don is solid. They say Daniel is boring. They say,
Hey,
I'm just telling what everybody says. They say, but there's a lot of people that like Daniel too. There's a lot of people that like everybody.
The boring people?
Like everybody likes them, and you know, I mean, they talk junk about me a lot of times, and I'd be like, "Oh man, appreciate you listening." I don't care. Like,
Do they make Supreme condoms? Sorry, off topic, but
no, they make vape ones though.
that's the only way that you can have a Supreme dick, I think.
I don't even know what this story is you guys are
You
talking
never
about.
seen the video of him dressed
I've
like a
never
woman?
seen that
I
either.
sent
I'm
it in
glad
the
I
group
haven't.
chat like
Yeah,
2
what are
weeks
you
ago.
talking? It was
He's sitting
insane.
there
When
with
he's
his other
sitting next to
friend.
man? Oh, yeah, I saw it, but I didn't
and
play
his
the audio.
hair, And
So I don't
he's
care.
like, "Hey, I have to go get Supreme." And he's like, "You got the Supreme dick though." Like,
Oh, I didn't play the audio. I watched
he's
it,
like,
but I
give
didn't
me
play the
that,
audio.
man.
give me that cock.
I don't need to play
Rev
the
it up like
audio
a
when I see
motorbike.
someone dressed up like a woman. Someone whose entire audience is kids. When they dress up like a woman, I don't need to listen to the audio. You're a joke. You are literally a joke in life. I don't care how many viewers you have, how many fans you have. You're a joke.
How much? How much for you to dress up like a woman and say Supreme dick while you look into a camera?
My number
know.
might come down the closer I get to my wedding. So
$5. $5.
let's be realistic
Hey, man,
here.
Just to whatever with this. I mean, it irritates me more too that like knowing how many times Ryan has hit him up
I don't.
to like talk. Like,
Well,
you got
that was what
something to
pissed
say.
me off. Was he was like, "Oh, you guys don't hit me up for?" I was like, "Check your DMs, fam. Actually, check your DMs right now because I DM'd you 2 days ago."
Yeah,
because
but you already know he's not going to be honest because then he
No.
looks bad in front of his fans. He doesn't want to do that.
I DM'd.
That tells you what kind of person
I
he is.
DM'd him the emails that you sent long time ago.
long time ago.
All the time. Like if he wants to ever want to talk, he can talk. I'm gonna act the exact same way.
Keep the same.
I don't
energy, fam.
care. I'm gonna keep the exact same energy.
you gotta see me, son. I keep that energy.
All of these cats, I have no problem with. If they shake my hand and if they put their hand out to shake my hand and I've really gone in on them, I'm not gonna shake their hand without saying, "Hey man, I've talked a lot of junk about you," because I'm not gonna be that guy like, "Oh, he was shaking my hand." No, he shook my hand, but he was talking that junk. Nah, bruh. Like I don't care about stuff like that. Like I'm not out here trying to fight or nothing, but I'm also about that action too, boss. I don't care.
But some of
Do
these
I need to
people-
play the Marcus Peters video again?
I'm just saying, bro. I'm like, I got kids and stuff and a wife, and it's a little reckless to be that way. But, bro, I'm not. I don't care about them that much. Go listen to Sneaker Box Podcast. Shout out to them. Go listen to Talking Kicks, Sneaks, and Monday Midsole, and Sneaker Files, and Last Soul Weekends.
so we said a long time ago.
Soulful Sneak Kicks. Listen to all of them. I don't care.
We said at the very beginning when we started this, there's a lot of lanes for a lot of different things. All them shows can exist at the same time. It doesn't. One doesn't need to be better than the other. Having said that,
No, we're the
well, we are going to believe we are, but I'm saying like
DJ
a
Khaled.
listener
DJ
might
Khaled
not
would be the
care. They
best.
might think something different. But if you don't think you're the best at something, there's no reason to do it. That's like any athlete, any musician, whatever. Why would you continue to do something if you don't think you're the best? So there's a lane for all those things. I don't listen to any of that stuff. Part of the reason is because I don't listen really to any podcasts, including, based on what Greg says, my own
Ours?
podcast. So I don't have time for any of that. I used to watch Complex Show. What's
Everyday
Buddy?
Struggle.
Yeah. I
Today
used to
was a-
watch it
today was a great
religiously.
episode.
I used to
Haven't
watch
watched
that.
it in 2 months.
Yeah,
haven't
I used to watch
watched
that.
I seen
and
Lamar Odom
Complex.
was on it today, though.
Lamar Odom was on it. Safari
Office.
was on there yesterday. Safari's was popping.
Oh, Safari was on there?
Yeah.
I got to go back
Bruh,
and watch it. I don't got time,
he
though.
did a fur change during the show.
He's a weird person.
Nah, he's my idol.
The only thing I think I would watch is if you had Budden and Charlemagne together on a show. Because when he went on their show,
Oh, yeah,
fantastic.
One of the greatest shows ever.
So,
ever.
like that right there, I could watch all day long. But I just don't have time for this nonsense. So
Look, man, go check out all them shows.
I don't care about any of the shows. I don't care about any of them. I'm sure they're really good.
Brandon Rogers live.
There's a lane for all of them, but I don't care.
Sneaker Box.
Bottom line.
Last Mohicans. Actually, I like Last Mohicans. They're my guys. I mean, Monday Midsole, Sneaker Files in Canada. I don't care, man. But like, if you're gonna talk about us, actually tag us. Actually say something. You want to have a debate? Any of those Kais, Monday
on.
Midsole,
Come on.
Canada Files. I'm talking OG, man. I don't care. All of you are welcome to come on this show.
Yes.
We don't care. This isn't real life. This is just 4 guys who play, all right? I mean, we take it seriously, but we just get off work and we come laugh and make fun of stuff and talk sneakers and life.
And the last thing I'm going to add is just because we think you're corny sometimes we're
mean
not
we
trying
don't
to
like it.
attack you as a person. Like sitting down with Tony, he was one of my favorite people to interview, and he seemed like a great dude. Now, I don't know if that's how he is all the time or not, but he seems like a great dude. Do I think him getting in a bathtub with Kool-Aid is corny?
Corny.
Absolutely, 100%. He was corny as fuck for that, and I would tell him that to his face. But he seems like an awesome dude. He's the kind of dude I would go hang out with, have a beer with, shoot the shit with.
Look at his face.
I'm just saying, like, he doesn't seem like a bad dude. He seems
I'm
like
sure
an
the
entertaining
majority of
person
the
to be
people
around.
I'm sure the majority of the people we're talking about are not bad people.
No, I don't think anybody are bad people. They just
None
do.
of them.
I
I don't care.
A lot of them are corny, and that's perfectly fine if you want to be that guy and put that on the internet. But I'm going to talk about it. That's all I'm saying.
We played a 70-year-old man rapping about sneakers.
I was
about
entertained.
Going
Not
down on a woman.
70.
I was entertained.
He's not 59.
He might be.
That's
he's
another
like
thing about laughing.
47.
Stop it. You're
See,
a liar.
That's another thing about
How old are
laughing.
you? OG Stinks, how old are you?
Bruh. I mean, what's
And
it
I'm sorry
called?
for laughing at you.
He should be happy that his video was entertaining to people.
It was entertaining. I thought it was
extremely
entertaining.
I was entertained.
Look, man.
It would be much worse if he put something on the internet and we were just like, mm.
I like everyone, but this
No, you
thing
don't.
is.
But that's-
I
You
do.
don't. I don't like everybody. I don't like a
everyone.
lot of humans.
I don't.
I don't like any humans. You already know how I feel. So
I mean, actually, I don't know how I feel about a lot of stuff right now, but I don't care about them enough. Like, if you talk about us, tag us. I'm going to tag every single person we mentioned here. I don't care. Listen to this.
Put the time marks.
Subscribe. Listen. Watch.
Thumbs up.
All
thumbs
their
down.
all their
feedback.
podcasts, all their shows. I don't care, but don't talk about what we won't do and what we're trying to do. And you guys are trying to your shtick. I hate when people say your shtick is to
I
be
know, that's so
haters.
whack.
I'm not being a hater.
And
You
don't
did
threaten
this.
me
I don't-
over a podcast. If you're going to
don't threaten
threaten me,
me.
at least come have the respect to do it to my face.
Like, don't threaten me, bro. All right.
And if I piss myself, I piss myself. But just be respectful and say it to my face.
okay.
That's Ryan for you.
someone's like, if I get beat up, I get beat up. At least beat me up first.
At least
what I'm
beat me
saying.
up.
That's how I feel, bruh. This is facts. My wife knows. I'll fight anybody on earth.
Okay,
You get beat up.
I'm gonna.
I get beat up.
very, very quickly. I am gonna talk about it because the only thing that ever pissed me off to the 10th degree in this podcast was when I tried to apologize to Jumpman and he turned his back to me and then told everybody on their podcast that night that he punked me and told me I was a bitch, which never happened.
Was a lie.
Which was a lie.
Was
A fucking
Yeah, we
bold-faced
never
lie.
really said anything about
No,
it. We
we
just
didn't.
let it
That's
slide.
That's the only thing that pissed me off because it's like, okay, that didn't fucking happen.
Man.
And
You see, when I get on this, I start to hate them. I start to hate their guts, but I don't. I just don't care. Tag me.
no,
have
I
a
had a conversation with Caesar since then, and with
Call.
what's the other guy's name? I can't think of his name right now.
Francis?
Francis.
Francis
They're good
is
dudes.
cool.
I like Caesar. I like Francis.
John Man's
Francis
coming
alright.
for you now, bro. He's got that new
Bruh.
knee.
Hey,
He's about to take that new knee and knock your ass out, man.
I'm all right with him. I'm all right
He
with
about to
them.
come
I
for
just
you
don't
now.
care.
when
But
I was talking to
I don't want them, and they could care less my opinion, and I don't care. This is our podcast. This is what I feel like. I don't want them going down that hole of despair, that sneaker con. It's gonna happen.
I told-
Well, you gotta, hey, Tony D, how you doing? They don't care about Tony D. Hey, bull, what you don't care. Kais, tell us about the culture now, Kais. Shut the F up, bruh. Them cats don't know about the culture. Yo, Kais, how do you feel about old versus new? Bruh, don't ask them questions like that. Tell Kais, hey, man, I know we're on crep. I don't want to talk to you, man. We ain't got nothing in common. I don't watch your videos. Just be 100.
Well, I mean, you can still interview people without agreeing with them. That's the whole point of
That's
interviewing
fine.
people.
But be
one time.
genuine about it. I don't think they're genuine all the time, and I don't think it's their fault. Listen to the Sneaker Box podcast. Listen to Monday Midsole. Listen to Last Mohicans. Listen to Talk Sneaks. Brandon Rogers live on IG. Listen to all these cats. I watch. I look. I listen. I skim. I do. I'm a little manic or whatever, but I don't care. Like, just leave me alone because I'll lose my mind. Like, I will lose my mind, bro. Like, I'll lose it and I'll start talking mad wild, fam. Like, I'll start talking mad crazy.
He might
fam.
even cuss.
Bruh. Yeah,
Look what I'm dealing with.
He might even cuss.
Bruh, you need to check your blood pressure.
Bruh, you should have seen this cat that hit me up.
Why you keep taking your headphones off? bro?
I don't know.
He's heated.
His ears are getting hot. That's why.
Bruh.
Steve is actually coming out.
See, and that's why me and my wife talk all the time. She says, Greg, can you calm down? I try to calm down, but I get so worked up. This dude, remember the third episode when that guy commented on our video and he said, you guys are an Uncle Tom podcast? You remember that?
No.
It sounds familiar, but
Some dude that comment. So I get a DM or whatever.
Does that work for me and George?
I'm just talking about me.
Oh,
So
okay.
That's what happens. That's what he says, right? So he go, and this is Don's including this. So I forgot to tell you this. So he hits me up and he goes, oh, bro, he was like, y'all show is always dope. Every episode is dope. Y'all keep it 100 every week. But he was like, I don't know where this cat's from. He goes, it's a little unsettling that there's 2 black guys on a podcast and y'all never say nigga. That's what he said.
Are you serious?
And I said, man, what? I was like, I don't try to use that word all the time.
I definitely don't try to use
Now,
that word.
in the streets,
You went through like a 2-week phase where you
Okay.
used it a lot
first
in the
of
group
all,
chat.
when I'm out in the streets sometimes with other people, it flies sometimes. Facts, okay? I don't say it around people that I don't want to feel comfortable to say it. I don't want people that listen to it to hear me say that. I don't want anybody to hear it. So, bruh,
Like
mind
when
your
you
own
got
business.
Mortal Kombat and you said, as if George and I wanted to come play.
I'm gonna be 100 right now. I said it growing up because of the neighborhood I grew up in. So
Yes,
that's-
and then you said it to me at
that's
a Cardinals
fact.
game last year, or a soccer game, a game of football.
I don't know. I think I told
Yes,
him
you
I would
did.
kill him, but I
No,
didn't say
you
the
said,
N-word.
you
No,
said
I
that
swear
you
to God.
said the N-word.
I swear to God, I didn't
He
say
said that he said the N-word.
You can ask Hannah.
When he got taken out by
he
the...
did.
I've
Yes, he
never
did.
say that.
I've never said that to
Trust me,
to
he
someone I
definitely
didn't
didn't
grow
say
up
that.
with. Never.
Yeah.
The people I grew up with know my reputation in the streets at home. So that's
funny.
That's 100% fact.
Wait, so what about those girls that said it in the song when they were singing Gold Digger?
Man, I don't care. I didn't even
didn't
watch
see
that
that.
nonsense.
That's a lot.
Either way, bro.
You kicked the camera again, fam.
Nah, it like shut off. I was trying to move it. Either way, bro, chill out. All right, listen to the show, listen to Sneakers, listen to what we talk about, and mind your own business, nigga. Geek. I'm sick of, bro. I gotta chill.
That's my nigga right there.
I gotta chill.
now it's been said. Now you got 2.
chill.
Now
I
it's
think the
been said.
funniest part about the whole
got
thing,
4.
what you said, is that we weren't doing video at that point, and they thought it was 2 black people.
Oh yeah, they thought George was black. Somebody was like, "Yo, I thought George was this soulful black dude." I was like, "What?"
That's
I was
funny.
like, "Bro, watch the YouTube." All right. Pound for pound. All right. Topic of the day.
So like weakest like
I don't know how to
the
Transition.
weakest transition
Segue.
in history.
Look, bro.
Our main topic for today, since we didn't want to spend 25 minutes or whatever it was talking about geeks.
35.
You know what? I'm gonna just say
crap.
there's a difference between nerds and geeks. Nerds is like
good
them
timing.
cats that like statistics and sports and stuff like that, and geeks is
You
what
like you are a nerd.
exactly.
Yes.
And geeks is what Kais and them are. All right.
I don't. Anyway, moving on. Pound for pound. So this week, also DMs lit everywhere, tagging us on pound for pound.
DMs across
Well,
America.
just say the first thing. It was on local
It was
news.
on our local
finally.
news about.
and then it was on Sneaker News.
Sneaker news.
It was
yup.
on Sneaker News. I think Nice Kicks
Kicks.
again.
Starting to circulate.
It was everywhere.
I didn't
Okay?
even know it was on them sites.
Yeah, it was on there.
You didn't send it to me.
So, bro, use your internet.
I don't go on. I told you I haven't
He
been on
has
those sites
Twitter.
for like 2 years.
He has Twitter.
Yeah, usually you see stuff on Twitter before we
Use
do.
your Twitter.
Yeah, but stuff that's like national news or whatever. Like I wouldn't see that. Like the All Star thing, I would send you something like that.
So,
Thanks.
we gotta talk about that too. So basically, local sneaker shop, probably the first major
Yeah.
thing in Arizona, sneaker related. Pound for pound.
Well, we had a House of Hoops here first.
Well, I
No,
mean, like
consignment.
Consignment.
oh, all
Consignment
right, yeah.
boutique type
You said
stuff,
sneaker
yeah.
related, so I'm thinking.
yeah.
like,
I mean, house. I don't consider like those are like malls. I don't consider that like major. I mean, but anyways. But it was something that was pretty big out here. You know, consignment shop. You know, a lot of us used to just mess with Flight Club and things like that, Riff, Stadium Goods, whatever. And, you know, we've actually had the owner, Brandon, on here before. Maybe once or twice? Twice?
Once, yeah.
No, twice. Wait, once?
it was once.
Okay. I thought he was on here the night when Kobe scored, last game of Kobe.
That was that night.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Like episode like 10 or 12.
Something like
It was
that.
Early.
Basically, everybody hit us up, tagged us. Yo, what's up with this? And one of the things that we had talked about this a long time ago, and we all had agreed we would never talk about it until it officially went out of business. Everyone has gone out of business now. Dallas.
yeah, last time we said it was like speculation, but now
Right.
it's official.
Well, it's still allegedly because
okay, it went out of business.
it went out of business, but what took place is still alleged because he hasn't been convicted of anything.
No, yeah, but I'm not talking about in the.
First of all,
I'm
he's
talking
not-
about the streets of public opinion, not the actual
public
courtroom.
opinion. He's already been stoned in public opinion in the state of Arizona. I don't know. Where does anybody want to start? I mean, basically, what it was it started off great from what I could tell. People were selling sneakers, moving stuff, website seemed good, and then it just started going downhill from there. Honestly, from the outside looking in, looked like it just started growing too big. It started Arizona, then it was like California, then Texas, and it was like, bruh, master your first one first. You got to complete A before you jump to B.
What's the statistic? Like 87% of businesses don't last beyond 24, 36 months. I mean, there's a lot more involved in running a business than a lot of people think, and people get in over their heads, and then they just can't ever.
Well, and you're right. Now, that statistic, does that include a business where you don't even have to get product? People bring you product.
Well, I mean, the biggest problem is that the thing that a lot of people don't take into consideration is overhead, rent, fees on the, like in that kind of business, when you're shipping things, you have to pay shipping, you have to buy shipping supplies, you have to pay employees, you have to pay, there's a lot of credit card fees, PayPal fees.
Did y'all charge for shipping when someone bought something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was like 16. So for the people that don't know, I clearly was affiliated, worked there from pretty much, not necessarily the beginning, but kind of got there early on, stayed pretty much till it almost ended. Sucks, man. It really does. It sucks to see, what happened. You know what I mean? It was good at one point. What I would attribute it to is, like you said, businesses, small businesses tend to come and go. This one actually was doing well. It just, at the end of the day, it was business owners. Let's be honest, not being business savvy, not being business smart, not making smart decisions. Everything from the overhead was low. Like you were saying, the overhead was mad low. I don't even know where to begin, and I'm not going to go the full route. But
I don't want to make it sound like, just business wasn't booming. Like
No. Business was amazing.
All right.
We all, for the most part, whoever messed with Pound for Pound ate well for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were selling shoes there, it was good. If you were working there and you were able to sell shoes there, we all made a great killing. The numbers were there. It's just, it was terrible money management from multiple owners. I'm not just going to say the main owner.
Brandon Napier.
Yeah.
It's on the news.
Yeah, we're going to put names out there.
It's on the news now.
It is on the news.
I don't care the fact that you said it. I just think it's funny that you're making a point to say it.
Yeah, no. From the actual owner himself to the other owners that were there at one point, every single person had some type of responsibility, and So I've never seen anything like that.
So, all right. Well, hold on a second. Let me ask something first before you ask your question.
Sure.
So, what did the Keymaster play into? Did that play into any of it?
The Keymaster for Arizona, while
when it went away.
While it was working well. It actually brought in a lot of customers. That's what attracted a lot more people to the store, because before Arizona, it was Vegas that was cracking out there at the UN store, right? You didn't see nothing like it. And then there was one out here, I think at AZ Mills. The
first one I ever saw was at AZ Mills.
Yeah, and when
Guest list.
So that one got taken out, and then I don't know if Charles got his first. Shout out to Ben had those. I don't know if they got theirs first or if Pound for Pound did. But the week that Pound for Pound got theirs, the amount of people that came through doubled. And there was always a line at the store for that Keymaster. So, and then when that got taken away, obviously, and shipped out to Dallas, then Dallas, because Dallas had two, their foot traffic increased. So it definitely brought a lot of people to the store. A tremendous amount. And
so, the overall, umbrella business didn't lose any money then because it went to Dallas and still made money there?
Not necessarily. I'm trying to think of the timeline. Everything was still good, because I was I think a year and a half, 2 years into it, when we had moved into the bigger location.
Right.
And that's when we had got it in. And business was, great then, because that was May of last year. Of not May 25th, something like that. But no. It didn't hurt the business at all. It only helped.
No, I mean when it left.
Oh, when it left?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought that was part of what led to the downfall.
Not even close. Foot traffic died down.
I thought he made all his money doing that.
No,
unless you have inventory like Flight Club or the one in New York. What's the one in New York? You said the name.
Stadium Goods.
Stadium Goods. How are you gonna make enough money?
Look, man. Did Pound for Pound sell fakes?
No, never that. Never that.
You want to stick to one question at a time? Or?
No, I mean, look,
Never
man,
that.
Key Machines was like bonus money. Okay, it was like they were making money, and then like once they got the machines, it was like crap. We can live off these machines.
But
Yeah,
what
that's
you don't
my
understand,
point.
what other like
The machines are nothing but slot machine
Yes.
garbage trash anyways. Of
course.
All right. It just makes you feel like you have a chance to win. All right. Like it makes you think I'm in control of putting this in a hole and winning these sneakers. We know that's not true. All right. Everybody knows that by now. It's a slot machine. You put your money in, you might win, you might not. Whatever it's set up, every 200 wins, every 50 wins, that's how it works. All right.
I mean, not 100%, but yeah.
Arizona Gaming
much.
Commission
You-
came through, shut them down.
Shut down everybody.
All right.
Right.
And that's just the end of that. Now, you have business to run. Now, Brandon Napier, like I said, has been on this show before. Look, man, seems like an okay person at times. I've never vibed with him. Never. You guys know that.
It's funny because it's even now, like after seeing that on the news and hearing people say like he's a scam artist and this and that. Me personally, I was friends with him before. I never got that vibe from him that he was, strange in some way. Like, we heard this and that here and there.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, season 2 coming soon. I can't wait for that. But no, I never personally saw anything negative. He was always cool with me for the most part. He was cool with everyone I saw. I never gave into the rumors that he was a gambler, and then that's where a lot of the money went. He was, there was rumors of alcoholism and all that, and I mean, a lot of
What do
people.
we call those rumors?
Again, here's what I'm gonna say. When I was at the shop with him, he wasn't drinking. After when I left,
Oh, man.
when I left, I don't know what he did on his off time. The gambling, I can understand why people say that.
Stayed in a casino.
I can see why people would say that.
Stayed.
The gambling portion, I can see why people would say that. The alcohol, I don't know.
I don't like. I'm not gonna say it started off a certain way. You can jump out of stuff quick. Like when stuff started going south and people were stealing. Everybody talked about people stealing in Dallas. Ain't that what happened? People were stealing stuff in Dallas and stuff like that.
It started in L.A. L.A. is the store that. L.A. was a mistake to begin with. I think the problem was he should have, like you said, make sure Phoenix was cracking
All he needed to do.
100%.
Phoenix was cracking,
And Phoenix was amazing.
and once he got the website, that helped it out.
And LA was, and not even that, the LA location they picked was whack to begin with. You know what I'm saying? It lost money the second it opened. I mean, the only time they were really popping out there is when they had events, like when the game went out there, and I think D'Angelo Russell, a couple people like for signings. But besides that, LA sucked.
I mean, thinking like moving your second place to California is just a bad move anyways. It's too expensive there to go from Phoenix to California.
My thing with that store was he was literally moving it next to 2 other big consignment stores. Was that literally not a factor? I mean, there's even more than 2 now. There's Cool Kicks or whatever.
Yeah.
There's some new one coming too soon.
Flight Club, which is the biggest one in the entire world.
I think one of the
And then what's the other one that we
old
talk about all the
owners.
time?
Yeah. So
Now they have a better, in my opinion, they have the best model. What's the one that buys?
Yeah, they're the best model. Don't
apparel and
gamble
stuff
and
too?
don't cheat people.
Okay.
round 2.
Round 2.
Yeah.
They got the best model in my opinion because they got into that vintage game at exactly the right point.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
of
they're
course.
selling guest shirts for $200.
Oh yeah, I mean those type of places have built a following and a cult following for themselves. Whether you can probably find those guest shirts on eBay, authentic, for cheaper than you can at round 2.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something about buying it at round 2. We talk about that with Kith and everything like that. I can be mom and pop right here selling shell toes for $78, but I'd rather buy it from Kith. You get a nice bag and it's Kith. Why not buy the shell toes at Kith? It's just a better situation. I'd rather buy my guest vintage clothing from round 2 than buy it from whoever else who's just selling it now. Period. It's like kind of like in Arizona. I say AZ Threads is probably our best. AZ Thread Wings.
AZ Thread and Wayne's
Ben
Closet.
had clothes.
But Ben had clothes started after those. They got some catching up to do. It's like, you know what? I'd rather go to AZ Threads before I go to Ben Had Threads or whatever it is. But back to pound for pound. I mean, it's just a simple situation. Like, it was bad mismanagement. I personally don't like. I don't like when you make personal gain from the downfall of others. I hate it. Like, and I feel like that's why I was so mad at the other people. Like, they try to say that like we talk junk about Kais to build ourselves up. Nah, bro. Like, Kais, a lot of people hit us up and say, I had no idea Kais existed until you guys said something about him.
You're welcome.
Like, like
They probably mad at us.
I didn't, the owner, Napier, I didn't care for him. I just never vibed for him. He seemed all right at times. I just never did. You guys know it. I always said it. My brother knew him, and my brother thought he was the coolest person ever. I just never did. He wasn't a trustworthy person from the go. And I'm not saying that he never was. I just don't like seeing. I didn't, and I talk to you. I tell Ryan all the time. I said, driving around in that dope BMW truck. I mean, that truck was fire. All right, that truck was like a $90,000 truck. All right. And people out here getting checks bounced, all right? Like, it's insane. Like, and it sucks because you give up something that isn't easy to get. If you were able to get a Yeezy 2, you just didn't walk in the store and buy a Yeezy 2 and take it to pound for pound. You had to put in work to get that sneaker, and you trusted this store. Bro, go ahead and make me some money, man. I could use that. And they sell it, and you're like, where my money at? And they give you a check, and then it bounces out the building. Like, that's insane, bro. It's dishonest. And it's just saying, I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't care that much. If somebody said there's a 10,000 reward for him, I'm going to look for him, fam. I turn him in a second. No, I don't like people like that at all that take advantage of people who put in work. Especially like the people on the news. Them cats didn't look rich. It looked like, hey, man, I got 15 pairs of sneakers. Can you guys make me something? Give them their money, bro.
Yeah, that's to me.
Like,
that to me is where I really started. That's where my distaste for the shop and the brand started, because, I understand when you're running a business, you're gonna have some pitfalls here and there. Things are gonna happen. So a couple checks bounce here and there, but at the beginning of it, all the owners, when they were there at the time, were taking care of it as quickly as possible.
Right.
So I didn't see it as a problem. I had a check bounce, and then I'd hit them up like, "Yo, my check bounce is in my PayPal account an hour later." So I didn't, for a while. I don't. If you want to say I was blind to the fact, not necessarily, but it seemed like everyone was taken care of, and everyone that I talked to for the most part was being taken care of. But then it started to gradually happen more and more. And the thing that really, where I got I'm trying to think how to say this, try as diplomatic as possible. The thing that started to piss me off the most, let's keep it 100, is when I saw the owners not caring as much as they should for people who were coming in saying, yo, my check is bounced, what's going on, this and that. And I'm dealing with these people trying to keep it 100 with them. Listen, we're going to try to get your money as soon as possible, thinking that we actually are. And in actuality, that wasn't the case.
That's what I didn't like.
When you act like somebody asking you for money that you owe them is a annoyance, that's a problem.
I didn't.
If you owe me $1,000 and I'm like, Greg, I need that $1,000, and you're like, bro, stop fucking asking for it. Like, no, I fucking gave you $1,000. You owe it back to me. And you're like, stop fucking like. When you are annoyed that I am asking you for something that you owe me, that's when I think it becomes a problem.
And that's where to me I was like, okay, I need to remove myself from the situation soon. But the reason why I didn't is because I was owed money as well for a long time.
Oh yeah, Don was owed money. Like one time when we went with Ryan, I've only ever been with Ryan or George. I've never walked in pound for pound by myself. I didn't care for the place. Like, I talked to Don through text messages, but like I wasn't going in there. Like it just wasn't. It wasn't my thing. I went for the party the one time. Yeah, I bought a pound for pound hat. Like it was the spot. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a dope spot.
Well, and it was. I mean, for me again, being there, just seeing the very beginning, how it turned from nothing into.
You gotta watch the video.
One of the biggest spots on the West Coast. Like I was proud for a good year
it was
to
on
say
Nice Kicks. It was on reputable.
Yeah, for like a good year, I was proud to say, I rocked there. People like, oh, you messing with them? Y'all must be making money. I'm like, we doing good out here. Everybody was eating. Everybody. We were selling everything there.
Hey, man.
And it's getting lit over there. But no, and then just in the blink of an eye to see, like he said, owners, they act like they don't care. Like you're coming in, and I mean, I would witness it. I'd witness.
It's beyond acting like you don't care. It's acting like, why does this person keep coming and asking me for money?
I didn't like the one time another employee, I'm not going to say his name, worked there.
Yeah, I'm not going to name him.
I watched him have to argue with a customer who's like, bruh, my money bounced. Like, what are we going to do about this? I didn't like that because this person, they're not built to figure out answers like that. They don't got the money. Like,
And see, there again, that's where, I mean, and we dealt with that a lot. And I mean, none of us ran away from it because, for one, I knew I don't owe anybody anything. I keep a G with everybody and be like, I'll try to help you as much as I can. But so I would say, I'm like, yo, I'm in the same situation you are. Like, you're coming in saying I'm owed $350. I need this money by the Saturday or Sunday or whatever because rent's due. I feel you 100%.
now I'm not trying to, blow up your spot or nothing, but
No, please.
Cats told me, like, there was a couple times where they would try to bring in sneakers and you told them, bruh.
100%. Because at that point too, and it was so beyond looking out for the shop or looking out for the owner or whatever. It was about I'm looking out for the people because I am part of the people. Like, I got 3 kids at home, so if I had $1,000 check bounce, I was hot because thankfully I have another job where I do okay. But if
Rich.
$1,000, please, not even $1,000 is $1,000. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's $100. Like, I use that to feed the fam and do what we got to do.
Burgers.
So hey, burger life. You already know.
Yeah, you eat at some of the most expensive restaurants in Arizona.
Y'all need to quit. But for real though, I would tell people, they'd come in, hey man, I'm trying to sell. I'm like, you know what? Don't even do it. And if you want to say I wasn't loyal to the brand, sorry, I was looking out for the people all day long because I saw from behind the scenes that either A, I knew for a fact you weren't going to get paid, or B, the owner really wasn't trying to do it unless like you were all in his face. So at that point, I'm like, let me save you the gas, the time, the headache. Go up the street to Charles to see what you could do there. Or go holler at Neff at AZ Thread, see what you could do there.
I mean, Cats tell me that, pound for pound employees brought their sneakers to some of their spots. Like,
all the time.
I just, like I said, we talk bad, not bad, but if Flight Club did this, it would be on them. Yep. If anybody else did, I'm going to be on it locally. And yes, I know Brandon. I guess you could say personally. I've talked to him a few times. Like, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to like not shy away from it. And once it got to the point to like seeing people on the news, like, bruh, like I'm owed money. And it sucks because you don't get anything. You don't get the money or your sneakers.
No, and I knew those dudes on there too.
And it sucks. Like, it's hard to see something like that. It's like, it's hard not to equate or make it equivalent, but it's hard to see people in Puerto Rico and everywhere deal with the stuff they're dealing with and not get any assistance. And it's not the same. And it's even hard to see people, like I said, we're talking about a lot of sneakers that were sold there are part of that collective era or years where it wasn't easy getting sneakers. Like, it used to be hard to get Bread 13s. It wasn't just they're just sitting. It used to be hard to get like a pair of Yeezys. Like, I mean, it's still hard to get Yeezys. And it's like, hey man, I bought 200, paid 200. Can you give me 1,000? Sure, man. And then you get hyped. Nobody who doesn't get hyped when you see your stuff sold off the website. Like, oh, bruh, I remember Georgia sell stuff. Bruh, it's sold. You know that money's coming. You go walk into the bank and get that check and they tell you to get out. It's a weird feeling. All right.
Yeah.
I've never sold a thing there because I don't have the patience to sell at consignment shops. But I don't know, man. To me, you're teetering on pure evil. Like, if you're still fly. You know what made me mad was I went to the Charity Kicks party and he was fly. Bruh.
That's the thing.
He had on this off-white jacket, bruh. He was fly.
We've all said that. I'm like, the fact that the public perception is you claim that the accounts don't look right, and yet you're rolling deep in BMWs and I mean still suited and booted and all that good stuff. And again, it's always, this is tough for me even now to keep it a buck because he was always good with me. So up until, the last few months, I'm as loyal as they come. So I'll ride with you, as long as you keep it 100 with me. And the second you don't, I look at you funny. And that's for the longest, I thought he was keeping it 100 with me. When behind closed doors, he would tell me, yeah, you know what, listen, we're struggling a little bit, but I'm doing everything I can. I'm bringing outside people in to try to help things out. So
I'll be honest, I thought it was going to bounce back at some point.
I did too. So I rode for him. Even when, the other owners left and it looked funny, I was like, I'm going to ride for you because as long as you keep it 100 with me. And when I found out that wasn't happening, it changed. And I mean, the fact that I see where we're at now, fast forward, now it's on the news. Now, and I'm not, you guys could say alleged. I'm not saying alleged. To the people out there, I'm sorry for y'all. You're not getting your money back. There's no alleged about it. I don't want to use the term scam, but y'all not getting your shit back. You know what I'm saying? And I feel for y'all. I really do. I'm not saying don't, go file whatever you need to do as far as, contacting the attorney general like they had suggested. But some people are owed a lot of money out here.
And I'll tell you,
I know for a fact,
I always said you and another employee was too loyal. Like, way too loyal, man.
And you know what? In hindsight, I was. But I always said from day one, as long as you keep it 100 with me and don't lie, I will always do my best to ride for you. And I did until other parties started, Don, open your eyes a little more. And I did. And then when I got affected, that's when really I'm like, yo, fam, listen, I know you can't pay so-and-so, but I'm still owed this. I got you. And then when I got you started to stretch, that's when I'm like, look, fam, like, again, I got 3 kids at the crib. I'm not chasing the money that I'm owed. You're going to give it to me. I'm going to take it some kind of way, which I end up doing.
The George phone not saying anything counter for this episode is going to be
high, which is ridiculous considering he's had bounced checks from Pound for Pound.
No, earlier I was looking for the story on, you said it was on Sneaker News or whatever, so I was looking for that.
It was on there. I mean, look.
There's a lot of stuff going on tonight. Baseball games going on, checking on scores and whatnot,
man.
You know what I mean?
Diamondbacks are up 6-4. Oh, wow.
Well,
The Rockies scored 4 runs.
So even crazier than not crazier than never getting your money, but crazier than getting a bounce check and then eventually being paid, because obviously same way I was going to.
I didn't like that
no
either.
What.
He took care of certain people. Like,
oh, you didn't like that?
No, I did.
We would do the same thing. I'm not saying with a business like that. I'm saying picture it in a different way. If we owned a sneaker store and we got limited product and we got 2 size runs, we're going to help certain people.
No. He paid people that he knew closer than other people. I don't like that.
You would do the same thing.
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't pay me before someone you didn't know?
Or me?
No. If I owe everybody, I'm not paying you first. Nobody gets paid. I'm not doing that.
Dang, you keep
so
it all?
So you keeping it all?
Okay, so you think it's better I pay you 2 and like, oh, I'm good. I ain't paying the rest of Earth. Like, no. Nobody gets paid then.
So you just keep it all?
Oh, yeah.
Right away?
This goes
honestly.
This goes
to Costa Rica.
This goes against all the man code comments you've ever made on this show.
About what?
The homie code comments.
Oh no, guy code is different. All right.
Homie code is exactly the way it should be.
Homie code isn't I steal from John to pay you. That's not a homie code.
But you're not stealing from that person. You just are paying the people you know.
If I sold his stuff before yours,
no. Yeah.
If I sold his first, I'm paying him first. I'm not, bruh, leave me alone. I got you,
but
George,
that's not what we're talking
You're
about,
my guy,
though.
George, I got you. I'm not doing that.
You're right, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about if my shoe, like stealing would be my shoe never selling and he still gives me money.
Okay.
That's not what I'm talking about.
In sneaker groups that we know, cats in there are like, he paid me.
Well,
he paid me.
Here's the one.
I'm not bragging about it. I'm just saying I expect to get paid from someone I know.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Because I know you personally.
Man, F that.
This is the one small
Well, I'm glad
defense.
you don't own a store then. I'm not bringing my shoes in there.
This is the one small defense I'm going to give.
I didn't even get to make my point because of you.
Only small defense. A lot of the people that were paid on a regular is because they showed up on a regular. Now, there's some people out there. I'm not going to say everybody because there's victims out there, and I feel for y'all.
I heard something where dudes would come in like 6 months later and be like, "You didn't tell me my shoe sold."
There's some
you
people,
waited 6 months to find out.
There's some people that, like you said, for A, would come in hella late. Oh, my shoe sold back in March and it's November. Now, listen, I don't know if you just rich and don't give a fuck, but I'm checking with you weekly once I put a shoe in there. Now, and again, for other people that have been owed money for months and wait till the store closed to start popping off, yeah, and then they were like, oh, he was never available. I was there every weekend. And again, I'm not defending him, but at the same time, I was there every weekend. He was in there every weekend. This is the one and only defense I'm giving him. He was there, even it might have been an hour, it might have been 4 hours, but every Friday and Saturday, he was in there. So for some of y'all, again, not all, that were like, I would go in there and he wouldn't, or whatever, I never called or this and that. You gotta have you guys are men for the most part. Most of y'all are men.
I will say he's untouchable. He's the Teflon Don.
This is
nobody
my point.
beat him up. Is it true somebody came in there with machetes?
No.
Okay.
As long again, I've been there since day one. The only time it kind of got real. Well, not for him. I think I saw like 2 or 3 people confront him. One dude actually called the cops and got nowhere because all he got was a report, and that's it. And a couple other people tried to test him. One that, he Brendan punked the mess out of him. Mr. Seattle, shout out to you.
Shout out to you.
I mean, because that's my dude, but he kind of... that day was
All right, hold on. Let me make this point real quick. So the point that I was going to make,
We should have a top 10 list to do.
didn't have to do it. Yeah, relax. This is very quick. The point that I was going to make is that the thing about not paying people is obviously messed up. But what happened with me when I took a shoe in there and then it sold and there was literally no record of me ever taking it in there, to me that's worse. Now I got my money for
That was
that.
a military blue 4.
Right.
Correct.
Now,
We've heard the story.
that's fine.
82
all
times in the sneak
But
diss in
that doesn't
79
bump
episodes.
you above the list
I
of
don't
other
think
people.
I've talked about
All
it.
right.
I didn't say it does. I don't think I get no special treatment. I'm just saying, if you know someone,
No,
you're going to
that's
pay me
special
first.
treatment. If I know you, bro, you give me first.
That's preferential
That's
treatment. Preferential.
Keyword.
Preferential.
Who are you more going to worry about after the fact? Someone you know who you might see again, or someone who you're never going to see again?
Bro, if you ain't paid me for a long time, we ain't friends no more, fam. Facts.
Okay?
Like, I
That's
did
the-
my part.
That's the whole point in me going to get my money.
I don't know you anyway, do I?
That's the whole point in me going to get my money.
Still homies, though?
Man,
we
please.
still good.
Look, you see, when I talk about stuff like this and I get worked up, I'm like, I hate his guts.
about to
bro.
stop.
I don't like him. Huh? I don't like him now.
Cussing.
Homeboy, that's some wild stuff, bro. That's some wild stuff. All right.
No, last
Like-
thing I'm gonna say is this: at the end of the day, unfortunately, it was a good run. Like it was popping at one point. The thing that disappoints me the most is like this put a bad taste in my mouth. Pause as far as like the sneaker culture. It like made me lose my passion in it because like I started there very like wide-eyed and like
'cause that joint was
excited.
tight.
Yeah, excited, and like it made me like love the culture even more, and like the fact that we were kind of moving it forward. And this is such a dent in everything. Like it's made me lose passion, you know, in sneakers and everyday life as far as like the culture goes. Now, I'm still in it because that's what I do till I die, but it just it doesn't feel right. So, and I'm gonna say to you, Brendan, if you're out there, I don't know if you're listening or not, but I need you to do the right thing, fam. Like real talk. This ain't even really about sneakers. This is about people's life. Some people are owed thousands of dollars, bro. And I mean, I'm never gonna be a part of something like that. Ever. I don't like rocking with people that steal from people, and that's exactly what you fucking did. There's a lot of people out here, a lot of people that got hurt by that shit.
That's a fact.
So if you're a real man like you claim to be, stop hiding, my G. If you claim bankruptcy, whatever the fuck, just say something. Just try to help somebody, or just actually tell people you're not a scam artist. Because I at one point I didn't think you were. You need to fucking stop hiding, bro, and come out.
Well,
Make it right.
somebody tag him.
Look at him.
I'm going to tag him. All right. Because he was wilding. I'm going to tag him.
NBA
Anyways. Y'all wanna move
All-Star
on?
game.
Anyways. Pound
Great
for pound.
transition. Great transition.
Quick topic.
I don't know how to transition from that. NBA All-Star game. Real quick. We'll talk about it real quick or we'll move on.
Doesn't matter.
Quick topic.
Quick topic. Go.
Doesn't matter.
This is your thing. I don't know. What about it?
Playground basketball.
Well, you know about it.
I wasn't paying attention.
So the NBA changed the All-Star, what do you want to call it?
Game.
Format up.
Yeah.
It's no longer
East versus West.
East versus West. You want to do it, Simple? You're so worried about getting out of
You
here.
seem to be choking the words up, trying to get them out.
We've literally been here every episode like 30 minutes longer than we have been right now. You
we're
that
actually
worried
making
about
great
it.
timing.
You actually worried about it. You need to go on this topic.
We're making great
You ready?
timing.
Go ahead.
Let's go.
Knock yourself out.
All right, go.
The NBA, changing format. There's going to be 12 people. 7 voted in. Top 2 with the highest votes get to be captains. 5 reserves.
No, backwards.
9,
9, 5, 2. No.
12.
There's
20,
still a fan vote.
12 people. 24 people total.
It's no longer, 24 total is no longer conference versus conference. Fans are still going to vote. The top 5 have to be the starters, from what I understand. They're going to draft the top 2, get to be the captains. They're going to draft the 12 that are set, or the 24 that are set, 5 starters on each side, and 7 reserves decided by the coaches. So a pool of 24 players, and then they get to pick. So obviously I would imagine LeBron's going to be one of them. I don't know who the other guy would be.
Steph Curry.
Durant.
You want Seth Curry?
Steph Curry.
You think Durant?
Yeah.
You think Durant would be one of the captains? Highest voted.
I think it'd be Durant and
Durant and LeBron?
James. Yeah.
I think it'd be LeBron.
I saw a lot of people talking about how they like that there's not going to be East and West jerseys anymore. And then maybe, and it's going to be a Nike jersey too. It might be worthy of copying.
That might be kind of dope.
Oh, it could be something
Maybe they'll
in the
just
works, fam.
They might just go back to wearing home and away jerseys of their own jerseys.
We might.
That was
actually-
tight when they used to do that.
We might go back to
yeah.
caring about All-Star sneakers. That's what might actually happen as well.
That'll never happen.
I don't know, bro.
That'll never happen.
That could happen,
I
bro.
bet
Come
you,
on.
I need to know how much the Nike NBA socks are
The
going to
new
be. Not
LeBrons?
because I'm going to buy them, but
The
I
new
bet you they'll be
LeBrons don't
$25 a pair.
The new LeBrons don't
Are
suck.
you wearing them?
I'm too short to wear LeBrons, but they don't suck. Oh, come on. Okay, well, you're just staring at me.
I mean, they don't suck, but I'm not buying them for retail.
Okay, we're not buying retail.
I mean, I'm not. Here's my problem. Here's my problem with LeBrons. Is every LeBron that's come out, I'm like, when that hits the outlet, KD's too. KD9. I'm like, when KD9s are at the outlet, copping.
I like
Saw a pair
70s.
for $70 today on like Kicks. I'm like, 20.
Gotta wait.
I need
48.
20.
Gotta
Even
wait.
48, I'd be like,
$19.99. I'd be like,
Yeah, you have to go home and think about it.
I gotta go back to my
Pray.
wife. I gotta sleep, pray on it. I gotta fast. I gotta fast for a few days.
You're out of control.
Nah,
some
I'm
peyote.
excited about the NBA thing. It's obviously for poet.
going a
Peyote.
spiritual
I like
journey.
that the fans get to vote for the captains. I don't like that they get to vote for the
starters?
for 10 people. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
dumb.
that's whack, man.
I like that they get to vote for the captains though.
It should have been
because that's cool.
captains, and they literally all sit there and they pick like, I pick you. I
Everyone
pick you.
like it's not a secret that the voting shit's all hacked anyways. It's like all these bots
nonsense.
making the numbers go up.
You
So-
are a fucking conspiracy theorist.
But it is true about the bots though, because all you gotta do is delete. It always tell you like you can vote once a day. I know how to vote more than one time a day. Like I've
guys
done
are
it a million times.
scammers.
No, we're not. I'm excited for it.
No, I don't
so
have
we'll
enough
see.
time to vote. I don't care, but I think it's cool that fans
This
because
guy has no time for nothing. You click 5 dots and you move on. This guy ain't got it.
yeah, but you
I
know
ain't got it, man.
I don't watch the NBA though. You already know that. I watch,
watching it this
I
year.
watch All-Star Game and I watch the playoffs.
This
So
shit
you
Hundred.
watch the thing to vote for, but you refuse to
But
vote
you
for it.
refuse to vote.
I don't vote for MLB or any of that either though.
Nobody votes for MLB.
Oh, a lot of people vote.
I don't.
Well, yeah, we don't. You're black, so
You right.
that's part of it.
But I watch baseball. I didn't even know you voted for MLB. I had no
everything.
idea.
You never
Never
been in a
thought about
ballpark and seen the little punch card thing? I mean, now it's an app, but yeah.
Never.
Yeah,
You
back
would go
in
to
our
the
day.
ballpark and they would hand you the thing and you punch the little holes out, pause next to the name.
Only Scantrons. I don't know.
You had to bring a number 2 pencil to every baseball game.
You want to do top 10?
Let's do top
let's do it.
10.
So
Mine are in no particular order.
New Supreme store opening. Doesn't need to be
Brooklyn.
a
Okay.
long topic either.
Hey, a new Supreme store opening in Brooklyn.
So another place.
It's gonna have a bowl.
another
to
place
skate.
to
if you want to
camp
skate.
out.
We actually
Tonight, get what
should
you
do
get.
like a lightning round where we just like do like quick news stories or whatever. Like,
We should, but
30
you
seconds
looking
on the
at your
clock.
phone, so it wouldn't matter.
okay, I mean the next episode.
Yeah, we're gonna do something different next episode.
Yeah, we're gonna change our format.
And we also need to do another topic
about
where
that.
we put like, since we do pickups and no one really ever has pickups anymore, we need to do like, what shoe are you looking forward to?
Something.
The next release you're looking forward to.
We're not buyers anymore. I changed men. I haven't fucking bought.
You can say a
bought
Vans
Vans.
shoe. That's fine.
That's fine.
I didn't buy.
He
Vans
can
this
say
year.
a what's it called? I was gonna say Balenciaga.
Oh,
What's them-
Sabagos?
Sabagos. Yeah, I was like,
Love
you can say
'em.
that.
I
Hey,
bought
what's the difference?
pants for work.
Okay.
Hey, hey, real quick, Shannon
Yeah,
Sharp
he
is
wearing 'em
my
right now.
current idol.
Shannon Sharp.
am
I
wearing
used
them
to didn't like Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp is
When
that
he
guy.
pulled
Yeah,
out that
because he's
black
always
and
been
mild.
corny. That's why. And now
see
he's
that?
like,
No.
Bruh.
I
For
think
his-
it's just because he's sitting next to Skip Bayless, and it's hard not to look like the
When
coolest
he
person.
pulled that
For
black
his,
and mild
his
out.
celebration cigar
Yeah,
was
he
a black and
literally-
mild.
He
He was
said
like
it. He said black. What did he say?
Yeah,
a
hen
black
dog.
and
Black
hen
and
dog.
black and hand dog, bruh. He's my idol.
That's my guy, fam.
He's my idol.
We got to protect him.
Absolutely.
There's
Top
There's been a
10.
lot of heroes lately.
Top 10 sneakers
Tony Gonzalez is better.
at what?
Being a tight end.
Okay, well, fine.
Pause.
I was gonna say, please pause
His
that, bro.
tight end's
Hey.
better. Good.
Watch that tight end up and down the field all day.
I'm gonna save that soundbite. Top 10 sneakers that we feel we'll never own. Is that the best way to put it?
That's
Man,
what I
if you
put.
don't stop getting it wrong.
Fine. Well, you say it then.
No, you say what you meant, and I'll say
Top
what you
10
meant.
sneakers we won't own.
We won't own. There's a couple of minutes that I could if I really wanted to, but I wouldn't pay for.
Okay.
Then you don't put it on your list.
Okay, let's put it this way.
I put it as either too expensive or unobtainable.
Yeah.
Those are my two criteria.
Wouldn't pay for it. Could if you wanted, but you wouldn't pay for it.
I'm
Well-
gonna go first.
Go ahead.
Honorable mention: Vapor Max Off-White.
Okay.
I'm not paying for that. I looked at prices. Nope.
Yeah, so
I'm
you're doing
not.
it right then.
Yep, I am there.
You're on the right track.
I'm gonna go 10 to 5. Is that cool? My bottom?
Yep.
All right, cool. Number 10, Air Force Special Forces. I love those. And then I could get them, but
The boots?
yeah, I could get them,
The
but
green one, like any color.
any
or
of them,
just-
I love those, but I just would never wear them. I'm way too. They're my entire leg. Like I'm way too short for them.
No,
See, like
no
five
comment.
eyes on you.
So I never get them.
No comment.
Number 9, Supreme Fly Knits. The first ones, the trainer ones.
Oh, the black one.
I love that shoe.
Really?
You don't like that?
I don't like that model.
I love that shoe. I think Brandon Naper had it. Number 8.
I knew he was gonna say that. That's the only place
He
I
had that
ever
one in the
saw it.
chamber.
That's the only place I ever saw it was when he
That's
had
the
it.
only. That's the person I can think of. Number 8, acronym Prestos, and I think Brandon Naper had those too. Brandon Naper's rich, fam. Acronym Prestos.
Damn, he
I
was
love
lit.
those. And them was.
Yeah, that was on your. I think
There's
you
some good
drafted it.
prices. I did.
Either
I
drafted it or it was on number 1 list for shoe of the year.
I want to
or
do a
something.
new draft too, but it's not draft season.
Somebody else did a draft.
Yeah, Canadian Files.
Oh.
No, God bless them. They did it on the couch with no shoes on.
But coming up pretty
You
soon,
gotta
we
have
get to
shoes
do.
on. You gotta
we
have shoes on if you're gonna do a sneaker draft.
They're on a couch.
Unless if you're gonna put the shoes that you draft on your feet one at a time, take pictures.
I would never sit next to you guys on a couch with no shoes on, just to give you guys a heads up.
You gotta have.
You've done it at your house before. I'm
They have
pretty
socks
sure.
on? Do they have socks
I
on?
mean, I had shoes on, but I think
Do they
you
have
didn't
socks?
shoes on.
No,
Do you have
all of them
socks
have socks on. I'm saying all of us won't have. I'm saying.
I kick your feet up, man.
Number 7, Supreme 98 snakeskins. I love them, but the prices
$1,000 now.
they went through the roof. Like
You know who had those?
it's true. These are facts as well. Jim Malloy. Shout out to Jim Malloy. He's wearing his pound for pound shirt today. Supreme 98s. And then number
Jim is the coolest guy I know.
He is. He's a cool guy.
Jim's my idol. Him and
Me
Shannon
and him
Sharp.
have the longest debates ever about stuff on text message. And number 6, Skunk SBs.
You know who had those?
No, he didn't. He didn't have Skunk SBs.
I feel like he did.
Oh my god, it's the greatest sneakerhead of all time. Number 6, Skunk SBs. Number 7, Supreme 98s. I'm sorry, I'm going backwards. Yeah, 6.
No, you're right.
Yeah, 6.
Skunks.
Oh, sorry, 6 Skunks, 7 Supreme 98s. 8 acronym Prestos. 9 Supreme Fly Knits, and 10 Air Force Special Forces to recap. So
Hey.
I love all those, but I'll never pay for them, and I don't think they're worth that much.
Hey,
Who's next?
hey,
I'll go
Don.
next.
Don.
See, now I did mine based off of stuff that is unobtainable. So
Okay, George.
majority, I mean the statistics of it. No, so honorable mentions real quick. I had same Off-White collection, a plethora of Mike Bibby PEs, a bunch of
Oh,
them.
these honorable mentions?
Yeah, just
Okay.
honorable mentions. So I have a lot more, but I'm not gonna go to that. So number 10 for me, Ray Allen 7s when he played with the Bucks.
That's terrible. Keep going.
Absolutely not.
You know what they look like?
7s suck.
No,
Give a shit.
no.
Don't.
For some reason, the
You
players
can't like 6s and not like 7s.
You also can't like 8s or 9s and not like 7s.
I don't like 8s.
You like 9s though.
Okay, so
He did it for the kicks.
number 9, the Air Force One Sakuras or Sakuras, whatever.
What's that look like?
It's I've had it on there before. It's a grayish pink with the floral type of.
Oh, with
What
the wood
is it?
box?
Wait,
yeah,
what is
the
it?
wooden box.
Oh, yeah. Those are
Sakuras.
You know, it had the wood box.
Air
the
Force
floor.
Ones?
Fat Joe used to have them.
I
Yeah,
don't fucking know anything about Air Force One.
it's like
No, you
the
know
greatest
those
Air
ones,
Force
they're
One,
fire.
but way too expensive.
that is not that comment does not make sense.
Number 8, Ray Allen 13s. The
Okay.
most basic 13 that costs like $2,000. I don't get it, but I love that shoe for some reason.
Those will come out. I feel like those are going to come out.
I don't know, man.
They,
feel
if
like
they,
they're gonna come
they
out.
would have did it already.
I don't
I feel
know
like
why.
I feel like it won't be the Ray Allen 13, but I feel like the green and white 13 is going to.
But it needs to have Ray's insignia on
I
the
don't think it's
on the tongue.
But
No,
it's going to be like the Oregon 9. It's going to be like that. It's going to happen.
Oh. Maybe.
all right, whatever.
I think it's going to happen.
That'll
He's
work.
got to do something.
Number 7, the college dropout 180s.
Okay.
Fire.
I know who has those.
Very-
Urban necessities, man.
Yeah, he does.
Fell apart, and he paid $1 million for them.
Very
And he
unattainable.
told the man,
Don't care.
next time you see these, they're going to be on my feet because I'm going to make you an offer that you cannot refuse.
Oh, that did happen. That's a real story.
He told us that.
He told us that.
Oh, bad.
Go ahead.
And then number 6, the Carmelo Anthony 4s. He had like there was a set of 3.
4s.
Yeah, you gotta check them out. They're dope. It's a set of
The
3.
red ones?
They're all red ones. Are my favorite.
Oh, okay.
The ones that were like the Toro, yeah.
But it's like a red. Yeah,
But it's like a red suede.
like a red
shaggy
suede. They
suede.
look really
Fire.
good.
I
It looks
almost put
better
those on
than
my
the ones
list.
that came out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Say swaggy or shaggy?
Shaggy. Shaggy swaggy.
Swaggy. Yeah. So that's mine. The Carmelo Anthony 4s. So that's mine. 10 through 6. 10
Okay.
through 5.
I would also say that my honorable mention is the Off-White pack. I would never pay. I might trade for something out of the Off-White pack, but I never pay for it.
They trade a lot.
If I could get an Off-White one for like 1,000,
Damn, he's rich.
under 1,000.
I mean, in fairness, he used to spend like $1,000 a week on shoes, almost. So
Yeah, but see,
buy
Ryan was
shoes
a
anymore.
quantity type person. He'd rather have 13 pairs than one.
we talked him into finally spending money on like Yeezys. I think it changed him.
It's all about the Quan.
You hitting the Quan out here?
No. And
He had a straight face until he said something.
and fragment ones.
He's like, are you?
I wouldn't pay for. I would
Oh
not pay
yeah,
for.
no.
I forgot fragment ones.
But
yeah.
I would. But I would like to own a pair of fragment ones. But I
Fragment
would not
ones
pay for.
aren't that dope. Like they're
think
dope,
they're
but
dope.
not
they
for.
are.
I
that
see. I
much.
like black toes, so I like the blue black toe.
The thing
I
about
like
it
black
though
toes better
is
than
like
Chicago's actually.
the thing about it
You and
though
I
is
had that discussion.
the only other like one that would be up on that level with the frags is the shattered backboards, and those are way more attainable. That's why
Love
that
that
would make the
shoe.
list and that wouldn't. You know what I mean?
And I actually underrated, and my replacement for the
You could wear it with that shirt you got
fragments
on, huh?
Yes, I could. I was, yeah. Well, it needs to have black in it. Pause.
Might be the worst case in,
I'm gonna say,
in
get a
sneak
little
diss
gay in
history.
here.
I like All-Star ones. Those are underrated, and that's my replacement for fragments. Okay, so I did mine. I'm going to list mine 10 through 5 on what is most attainable to what is least attainable. Because I feel like if I really wanted to buy a Nike LeBron 10 MVP, I could, but I would never pay for it. But I think that shoe's sick.
When I see people wear it, I like it.
I thought that was the
10.
one he was out front of Nike with saying light work.
That's
now.
11.
Oh yeah, that was 11.
Light
I
work.
like it when people wear it. When I see it, like,
Or did he
just
say
sitting somewhere,
slight
it
work?
sucks. They say light work.
I like that shoe.
When that Big
shoe's
Sean song was out.
Slide work.
Fire. The next one would be the Nike Yeezy 2 Red October. Probably one of my favorite shoes of all time. Never paying $5,000 for it. Ever. I'll buy a Rolex before I buy that. Then probably the Oregon 3 Pit Crew, because Black Cement 3s are probably one of my favorite Jordans of all time. And I would love to have the Oregon one, but I would never pay the $4,000 or $5,000 for that either. $3,000, whatever they go for. Next, I'll go. Next is all like samples and like crazy shit. Like,
Do you
even
not
know-
have yours in order?
I was like, do you know what number you're on?
Oregon 14. Oregon 14's probably one of the dopest Oregon PEs that
It is.
exists.
What number are you on? You just saying
I was gonna
stuff.
say.
bruh.
I was
I
like,
think I'm at 8.
Oh, because his
Okay.
honorable mentions, he had a couple.
10, I had so
Oh.
we'll say 10 was the LeBron 10, 9 is the Yeezy,
Okay.
8 is the Oregon 14,
Okay.
the green one,
All right.
not the gray one.
you said the Pit Crew 3, right?
Pit Crew 3 was 8, 7, Oregon 14, 5,
6.
6.
6. I'm struggling today, fam. I don't have a calculator. Oregon 5, the green Oregon 5.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
DuckTales.
I like that.
Honorable mentions, multiple.
God damn it.
Kennedy, Concepts, Kennedy, New
would buy
Balance.
You would buy that for $500.
You talking about me?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I don't spend that much on shoes.
Well, not when you have a wedding.
You're right. I don't.
pay for
I'm not. Well, me and Greg have talked about
You'd
that shoe
trade
for like
6
a long
SB
time
you'd trade-
before Sneak Diss even existed. But
You would trade 10 SBs for it.
yeah, maybe. But then I'm not paying. Well, I don't
I
know.
trade 40 SBs for it.
All right.
South
So
Beach
Concepts, Kennedy, New Balance, whatever. So that's on honorable mention. Ronnie Fike, Volcano, Gel Life 5.
No.
I don't
the
know
3
how
is
long
better.
we've talked about
The
that.
3 is better.
I mean, that's whatever. That's your opinion.
I don't know what the prices are on that.
But we wouldn't even pay for it when it first came out, so we definitely ain't paying for it now. And this one is just on there because this is like a unicorn, Kobe 8 Elite Black Gold. Like, you know how much I wanted that shoe and talked about it forever.
They're on stage.
And
For 50
I
bucks.
mean, maybe they are.
For 50
I
bucks.
highly doubt it because if they are, I'm buying them when I leave the show.
You can't buy that shit anymore. You
Yeah.
have a wedding to pay for.
Nike Scottsdale had them, and Joey
I don't remember where I'm at.
put in, like he was going to put in on a raffle, and I said, nah, I'll be able to get them. Don't worry about it. And them joints were apparently No
Sold
pairs.
out. I was there when they
No
were.
pairs whatsoever. I can't believe. I was like, why do people care about these?
Yeah.
But then again, I care about them. So
They would have matched your hat.
I was gonna say, go great with that hat, fam. You just. I swear I was gonna say that. I swear I was gonna say that.
also,
Sad day. Saturdays.
yes, 2 D's. Pause.
Y'all need to quit. Y'all need to quit.
Number 10.
2 D's actually might be a good thing.
Yes.
on
I
where
got
they
one
are.
more honorable mention. It's a category honorable mention. I will never own a ball shoe.
That's the sneak dick.
None of us will. Yeah.
I will never own a LeVar
Pause.
Ball, Lonzo Ball, or Kais Ball. What's his name?
Yeah, we'll never mellow ball. We'll never own any of those.
Never own a ball shoe.
Are you putting that on your list?
Honorable mention.
Why would you even put? You wouldn't own it if it. You could. You wouldn't
You-
own it if it was $50.
You're absolutely right, but for the
You don't
culture,
want
it
it.
needs to be mentioned for
Yeah,
the
but you
culture.
have to want it.
Nah, not necessarily.
You have to want it. Number 10.
Not to entertain
Number
these,
10.
Not to entertain these listeners. You don't have to want it. Pause.
Number 10.
Number 10, Off-White Presto. I think, honestly, it's the only Off-White shoe that's any good in the entire pack. The one I would wear, but I wouldn't. It just doesn't speak to me. But the Presto is the best shoe. The Presto is the best one. Number 9, Nice Kicks NMD.
It's a good one.
Number 8,
good one.
the Frag Ones. Everything that's on my list is basically I wouldn't pay for it. Or, it's like I said, with that Kobe 8 Elite as a unicorn. Number 7, the Red Hyperfuse Air Max 90 Independence Day.
They're
Wouldn't-
$50
Wouldn't
now.
pay for it.
No,
I
they're
doubt
not.
it. I doubt it.
It better not be. I love mine. Keep going.
Well, you're not selling them, so.
You're right.
Number 6, Olive 1.0 Ultra Boost unicorns. Only released overseas, I think. I don't think they released here.
They're on eBay.
Okay, we're not paying for them.
Go ahead.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
That's 6.
Number 5.
That's 5. 10 through 6.
Air Jordan Off-White. I never own it, and I like it. I like it a lot. I like it better than just a regular Chicago. Like, I just like it. It's
You
different.
just like that because it's off
It's
white.
different.
That's it.
I don't know anything about Off-White. I'm
No, I'm
just
saying
learning about
because-
the designer guy.
No, I just mean off white in terms of cool factor.
I
That's
like
it.
that it's taken apart. It's something different. Number 4, I have Galaxy phones. I still like them. I don't care. I still like them.
It's the only shoe you ever drawn a picture of. So.
You're right.
Didn't I send you a Galaxy one? It was like $350 or $400.
It was something like that, but I don't
months
want to pay that. It was kind of beat too. The Galaxy looked like it was real far away. It was
rubbed off
like
and
faded.
Yes, it was not the Milky Way. It was two galaxies away.
Number 3, Weathermans. I still love Weathermans.
I'm glad you put those 2 shoes on your list
I
because
love
they deserve to be
Weatherman,
on
man.
there. And there's one more too that I already mentioned that should be
Number
on there.
2, Yellow Human Races. I love those. I will never own them though. Huh?
Like bananas on your feet.
All right.
I mean, you could have said like maroons or something. I think you like maroons
Or
better.
think pinks.
Yellow's the better. I mean, those to me are those
know-
are 15,000.
You know who has maroons?
15,000? They're 15.
Neighbor doesn't got maroons.
Nah,
the
nah.
beer man got
Yeah,
maroons.
nah,
He got Picos too.
He might. I'm talking about salad bar, Keys bar.
Yeah, he got them
What's the name?
too. And
They're
number,
not 15,000.
Candy bar.
what are you talking about?
The yellow ones are not 15.
Oh no,
He
no!
didn't say the
I'm talking
yellow
about the
ones,
pink
no.
ones.
Maroons.
and
The
the
friends
maroons.
and
yeah.
family are like six.
The pink
6,000.
ones are on Stadium Goods for 11,000.
Yeah, but that's stadium goods.
I'm just passing information. And number 1, Kennedy's. I could buy a pair right now off eBay for like $550, but they're trash. Like DS is 1,000 on StockX.
Rejuvenate 'em.
I am glad you had those 3 shoes. That's the
Rejuvenate 'em.
That's the best. That's the best list you've ever done on
an
this
honest
show.
list.
It's
Thanks,
the
guys.
most honest list you've ever done on this
Thanks,
show.
guys.
He's so excited.
Because you've had other lists where you should have put stuff on there and you didn't put it on there. This is the first time I've ever had that thought. Like you should have put
Thanks,
something else
fam.
on there.
Thanks, fam.
All right.
We had to make you feel good after all the anger you had earlier. So
You're right. I feel better.
lashing out.
Let's see. The top 5. Number 5, the M&M 4s, the blue.
Oh, that's
Not-
facts.
Yeah, not the Carhartts.
That's
the
facts.
blue. Fire. Obviously.
Never on them, no.
Bruh, come
Fire in the booth.
You'll always be angry about that.
Yeah.
They're
You're probably gonna be
25,000.
That's exactly perfect. You're probably not gonna like the last 5. Number 4, Staple Times Pigeon Dunk Lows. Another one, Love. Never gonna own it. Not paying
There's a
$6,000.
lot of
can get tho- you
SBs
can
that
get
would have
those
been
for
on my
about-
list like 4 years ago, but now that I don't wear SBs
You
anymore,
can get those for
I
like
didn't put any
35
on
bucks
there.
now.
I would still wear the pigeon
man.
daily. Number 3, the Russell Westbrook 3s, the black colorway.
Why are those so high
With
on
the
your
orange?
list
Because they're
already?
fire to
The
me.
orange ones?
They look like
I like 'em.
crimson.
Talking about the
know.
one he wore like the other day and people went crazy about it or whatever.
Yeah,
one
that
before that.
Yeah, there was one before that. He's had like 3 or 4 variations, but
Oh,
the early
I've never
ones,
seen 'em.
they're fire to me. And
Stop it.
Nah,
you're gonna stop it. Number 2,
3?
Yeah, man. I
That's
like
high.
them.
If you like
Oh,
those, you might as well
I'm a-
get Dornbecker 13s.
Well, the next one is Dornbecker 13. No, fine.
I was trying to say.
No, never that. Nothing Dornbecker. Number 2, the
Dornbeckers are coming out soon, guys.
we don't
Yeah,
care.
no
What is
one
it?
cares.
What is it? The 11th?
Literally, no one cares.
No,
this might be
it's,
the only shoe you can actually get.
it's
of
a
Dornbecker.
12 and
Yeah, there's 2 of them. I think.
Oh,
Two
I
Jordans.
am buying the 12s.
12's gonna be whack. Number 2, the Patter Air Max 1 Cherry Woods. Love them. They're never gonna be able to own them.
Fire.
And number 1 is all my other lists, undefeated 4s.
Okay. Why did I like putting that on list?
Because it's the greatest shoe of all time, and I'm never gonna own it. It's
shoe.
too
You
expensive.
keep asking me that, but you know the Jordan 4 is my favorite shoe, so I don't know why you're surprised, at least with me, when I say that.
And I've told you for the
Number
past year, I love that shoe.
5. Encore M&M 4s.
Of course you do.
Number 4,
All right.
the Mellow Jordan 5, the orange and blue.
I like that one.
Number 3, the CP3 Jordan 5, the blue and red. Number 2, the Yeezy 350 V2 olive that didn't come out.
Only
Oh, you were talking about the olive color?
you thought he meant the stripe.
I was
Bruh,
like, whatever.
I
slap
have those. I bought them from you.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, I was like, whatever, man.
No, that like all green olive.
That
one.
was supposed to drop. Yeah.
Yeah, the earth color or whatever they call
That
it. What they
sucks.
call it? Yeah, you smoking.
Number
You
1.
could wear it with that hat. No?
Should be no surprise to anybody. The undefeated times Air Jordan 4s.
Bro,
Greatest shoe of all
bet.
time.
I bet it's going to be number 1 on somebody else's list too.
Nobody ever had Lightnings, Tokyo Fun.
Lightnings suck.
I said Lightning's on twice on 2 different things, and everybody hated on it.
He hated
Now,
on
if they come out, I'm buying them.
Nothing. All of us are.
Lightnings
No,
are
we
cool.
are not, and they will be on Swoosh.
I hope so, because I'd buy 2.
They will be $12.
Cool.
Well,
That's the sneak dick.
anything
Already.
else?
He's
George?
got
Well, George has to go.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, George. Go ahead.
Number 5, Maroon 1.0 Ultra Boost. You already knew it was going to be a bunch of boost on my list. So, Number 4, Soul Box Ultra Boost. We'll never own those. We'll never own any of those.
We keep going.
Greg has them.
Dang, he's got 2 pair. He didn't tell you.
You got a size 12, fam?
10.
Okay, cool. What did you buy them with all your? Oh, you know what? I'm not
your-
going to say that. You
all
haven't
your
told. You haven't
hurricane
told the
money?
listeners yet, so I'm not going to say anything. Number 3,
He's reloaded.
Band 1, the
Pause.
Band 1 from the outlet release. Band 1, not this other nonsense.
You
that's happened
had
since then.
those.
Oh, yeah,
No, I
the
didn't.
ones that,
Greg had 2 of
He
them.
had
Sold
2.
them.
what's his name punked you out of?
Hey,
punked
Matt
you?
Kemp, son.
Matt Kemp.
Shout out Matt Kemp.
Punked him in High Point.
Okay, so I went to High Point and they were $280 at High Point.
For bands.
Like on like a Thursday or something. And then we went on what, the Saturday right after that?
Oh.
And we went in there and I was like, I'm buying them right now. I told him I'm buying them right now. And we went in there and them joints were gone. And I was like, bro, what happened? And the dude was like, yeah, Matt Kemp was just in here and bought them. And he's not even keeping them for himself. He bought them for his friend. And then I look on the internet and find a picture of Matt Kemp. I think I still have it saved. And he's like in a movie theater standing next to his friend, and his friend is wearing them in the picture.
And he left a note. He left a note that said,
For George?
yep, it said,
signed
F
it?
you punk.
Yes.
It was like, you snooze, you lose.
Yes. So band 1. Number 2, it's already been mentioned. Eminem 4 Blue. Call it whatever you want. I'm sure that's an official name.
Call
Eminem
it
4
what
Blue.
you want to call it.
If you say undefeated, Ryan, just say this. Pow, this is a sneak diss. After
You already
says
know
it.
he is.
Just,
It's the greatest shoe of all
Well, we have to
time.
say one more thing.
Number 1, greatest shoe of all time. You can match it. You can wear it with that hat. Undefeated
dumb
4.
shoe.
You're
You're gonna make me not like the shoe. Like
You already
You
know.
already don't
I
like it.
love the shoe.
No,
it's
you
just
don't.
a dumb shoe to
No,
talk
you-
about.
You get angry really easy, so you're.
Dumb shoe to
blood
talk
pressure
about.
through the roof.
I'm not
You
good.
need blood
bro.
pressure pills.
No, I'm good, bro. I'm good, fam.
Don't forget this weekend, the Sneak Diss will be live in the building at the Heated Soul Summit.
Is it
Definitely next weekend.
Is it next weekend?
Try
No,
that
it's the
again.
8th.
Yeah, it's 14th.
It says the fucking 8th on the thing. I looked before I got here.
Go ahead, my G. 14th.
Well, I'll be in Dallas, so you enjoy that. So I'll be watching the Cowboys against
That's
the
why I
Packers.
told you I can't go because I'm in town this weekend, but out of town next weekend.
You're talking about Kais Bar being at Heated Soul.
Wait.
We had those. Or
Can
whatever.
can you guys answer that question for me? Since
I don't know.
You didn't answer it.
Look, man, I gotta go home. Is there anything else?
What was the question? There's back-to-back events here, like HSS and whatever is 2 different things.
I
Ben
actually
had
wait.
those and HSS.
It's
Ben
two
Haddo's
different
as a fest
events.
out
What? What are you talking about?
No, Kais is coming to Ben had those
Yeah.
this weekend.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Peter
There's
Soul
back-to-back
Summit is-
events from this. They partnered last time.
Okay, listen
It's
to what
not
I'm
an
telling
event.
you.
He's
I think
just
he's
Ben
doing,
had
he's doing like a meet and
those.
greet, I think.
Oh, you didn't say the store. You said Ben
I
Haddos.
mean,
I'm thinking you're talking
man.
about a festival.
Man,
No.
festies.
What?
Ben had those at the store.
Okay.
Ben had festival.
All right, can we get out of here?
Hey, hold on. Let me say one thing real quick. I'm sorry. Just real quick. For everybody that's local out here, despite what happened in Pound for Pound, please do not stop going to the other local shops that are legit out here. Shout out to Charles and Ben had those. Neff and AZ Thread, Wang's Closet, Manor.
Love wings.
This is
Pause.
a nice place.
Everybody out here, support your local
Just
spots.
call Wang's
They're still
nice.
doing the damn thing.
You're a nice
That's it. That's all I got to
That's
say.
it. And if you
That's
see
what
neighbor,
sneakers!
if you see neighbor, drop a pin.
Bow.
Yes.